stage is also a superhuman and super amazing, and I can't wait to hear the words coming out of her mouth as much as I know you guys want to too. Put your hands together for Miss Cara Parker King, ladies and gentlemen.
I have a stool coming.
Bartender.
Okay, so you know when you get Christmas cards and people send those, a lot of people's parents especially tuck in those like letters with all the achievements that they've done this year. So like the brag rags, I think people call them. I didn't ever feel like I could relate to them, and so I never wrote them. My parenting experience was entirely different than what was going on with my friends. So I decided to write the Christmas letters that I didn't write. Dear friends and family, it's the year 2000. My husband and I are 26 years old, have careers we enjoy, and a brand new house. So let's adopt a multiracial foster kid who has no interest in being parented. She's 7 years old, and she joined our family 2 months ago. And after 2 days of living with us, she said, you guys are nice people, but she wanted to check out some other families. Like she was on Tinder or OkCupid for adoptive families. A bunch of you guys had babies this year, and all of you had baby showers. But I guess if your kid is 50 pounds and comes to you with only a box of hand-me-down clothes and fake Barbies, you don't get a shower. So we threw a big party, and somehow this beautiful multiracial child ended up with 24 white Barbies. She's adorable. And she also fights us for control every single second. And we don't realize this yet in the year 2000, but she's gonna fight us every single second for the next 11 years. We basically start an 11-year journey of wrestling this child into having a childhood. 2001. Dear friends and family, we finalized our adoption this year on her 8th birthday in court. No matter what we told her, she was sure the judge was going to put her in jail. And she was super relieved instead when she got to become our daughter and change her name to ours. She loves to sing, and every night we listen to her sing in the bathtub, and it's so sweet. We usually take that time she's in the tub to catch up on our days. And when she comes out of the tub, she always bangs on our door and she asks us, "Are you having sex in there? I don't even know if you guys are legally married." Usually we're just in there reading the newspaper, but we end up showing her our marriage certificate anyway. I got my first Mother's Day gift this year ever. Obviously we had to clear up some stuff about the birds and the bees, so she made this booklet, and she made it at school, and it said things like, pictures of her and I. It was like, "Thank you for playing games with me, and thank you for taking me to the zoo." And then I turned the page and there's a picture of her and I sitting on the couch, and it says, "Thank you for talking to me about sex." She was super proud. 2002. Dear friends and family, sorry my daughter doesn't trust you guys to take care of your kids and follows you around telling you how to parent. I've gotten pretty good at her hair, but I need a stylist. Not just someone that can do black hair, but someone that can do biracial hair, which I learned is harder to find than I thought. So I have to start getting into awkward conversations with other parents of biracial kids, or I go to a more diverse community and I hope that somebody will take pity on her and notice her hair and give me the card to their stylist. I find 3 stylists this way. This year on Mother's Day, she starts a new tradition which will last for the next 12 years, which is that she will treat me very badly. The only year that she explained this was this year, when she said that she thought it should be Children's Day. I suspect it has more to do with other issues. 2003. Dear friends and family, our daughter likes to tell people that we don't take care of her, even though our life revolves around her. She is very charming and well-behaved in public, so she's pretty skilled at this, and she actually uses this skill to convince 10 different people throughout the years that they need to buy her flip-flops. I'm pretty impressed that she can pull this off. We adopt another child this year, a baby boy. He is way easier because he likes us, and he trusts us to take care of him. But he never sleeps, like ever. And one day I was exhausted and I overheard my daughter's friends rejecting all the black Barbies in her room, saying they were ugly and they wanted the blonde ones. And I swooped in there and I took away the white Barbies and I told them the black ones are beautiful and so is their friend. And why aren't there any multiracial toys? My husband is half Chinese, my daughter is white, Hispanic, and black, and my son is Native American. And I had to buy 3 different Fisher-Price dollhouse families just to make us. 2004 through 2006. We have a middle schooler and a small child. Our son never sleeps. Our daughter continues to wage World War III for power against us for no reason. We have puberty and diapers, eye rolling and teething. Our son was kicked out of daycare for biting. Our daughter was bullying the poor kids at after-school care, and then she broke into the neighbor's vacant house to do cartwheels in it. Middle school lasted like a decade, maybe like a half a century. So what I'm saying is I quit my full-time job and I went part-time. Oh, and our daughter was on honor roll. 2007. Dear friends and family, we now have a freshman and a kindergartner. I helped chaperone the dance team and band's trip to the Holiday Bowl in San Diego because otherwise I don't think my daughter could have gone. She resented every second I was there, but the other kids thought I was pretty cool. She was doing well in school and had nice friends. And if she wore braids to school, her friends would come up and say, "What up, Snoop Dogg?" and talk to her like she was from the inner city, even though she was actually from small towns in the Northwest and Oklahoma. 2008. Dear friends and family, this fall I fell down and I broke my leg so badly that I didn't walk unassisted for 5 months. My husband was the mother and the father, and our family and friends that helped us rock. My daughter was pissed anytime I needed help. Even adjusting a pillow or opening a door was met with resentment. My son tried to help, but there are only so many stuffed animals you can put in bed with your mom before it's crowded. My husband was working full-time and parenting 2 handfuls of kids full-time. He was very tired. But good news, he was about to get a rest, because as soon as I got back on my feet, he got laid off for 1.5 years. I know, it gets better, guys. It gets worse first. 2009. Guess what? You can live off unemployment at part-time salary for 1.5 years if you try hard enough. And you get lots of family togetherness. 2010. Dear friends and family, things suck. All the things that happened to my daughter before we adopted her finally became too much. Her anger at all that was too much. She could no longer cope, and she had to spend some time away from us to get some help. These were the worst days of our lives. And we couldn't even talk about it because nobody brings over casseroles or sets up a special Facebook page of support when your kid falls apart. No one offers to come clean your house when you're spending 10 hours a week just going to appointments. And to those of my friends and family that stood by us, we are forever grateful. And for those of us that said things like, "What do you expect adopting a damaged older kid?" Fuck you! Yeah! She deserved a childhood just as much as any other child. Woo! Yeah! But on Facebook, I don't let on that anything's going on at all. My statuses said things like, "I'm so excited to be a bridesmaid in 2 weddings. Bring on the bachelorette parties. Woohoo!" 2011. Dear friends and family, we went on a cruise this year and I'm pretty sure it's going to be our last family vacation. I'm also pretty sure we're the only family that has a behavior plan posted on the wall of our cabin. She graduated this year, and with a ton of help from school staff and our support system, she finished it up. She was well liked by school staff, had friends, and good grades. 2014. Our daughter is now 20. She's just completed a 2-year job training program, has a full-time job in the field she enjoys in her own place. Just this last few months, she thanked us for sticking with her and being kind of strict with her through everything. She says without us, she would have been in huge trouble or maybe even not alive. This year on Mother's Day, instead of being mean, she just called me up. and wished me a happy Mother's Day and had a pleasant chat. Thank you very much.